Some people say that doing what you love for a living is simply not true. That there's a big misconception out there that if you do what you love, the money will follow. They say this is BS and instead you need to just do what it takes to get the results. Because there are so many aspects that you will hate in work which you have to go through to grow your business. Yes, I get that point, but I'm still a big believer in doing what you love. I think both are true and you just need to simply integrate it to do what you love, do what it takes, and the money will follow. If the vision and goal you have in your mind is not what you love and you're just doing it for the money and fame, I don't think you'll be able to do what it takes and pull it off. Pumping yourself every day is hard without passion. It's like trying to turn on the engine without gasoline. It's nearly impossible to hustle without passion and grind throughout the process. But people also say that the customer doesn't care whether you personally love your product or not. That business and earning money is only about exchanging money with the value of the product or service you provide. This definition is true, but I don't necessarily agree that you don't need to love what you're selling. For example, if you go into a flower shop and if you could just feel the staff working there love selling flowers by the way they smile and serve you, would you like to come again to buy? Or would you like to buy a flower from a store that is always thinking about growing their profit and not really interested in flowers? People who love what they do attract the people around them. They naturally come up with creative ideas on how to improve their service and add value to the customers. They gain support from other people because they have the positive energy to give to others. People like to cheer people who love what they're doing and who over-delivers. Earning money is not about you but the customers. The joy and happiness you can deliver and add value to their lives. Giving is a rich mindset and a secret to success because most people are only interested in receiving. Just like human relationships, we always should think from the opposite side to be successful in business. Give and you shall receive. And you can't give what you don't love. Do you love your job? Are you passionate about it? Or if you had enough passive income, would you easily quit your job? As Steve Jobs said, if today were the last day of my life, would I want to do what I'm about to do today? This is such a tough question to say yes, and I think 99% of us, including me today, would say no. But my question to you is, are you working on something to make you say yes one day in the future? To have a dream job and work even if it was the last day of your life? Of course, there is no right or wrong lifestyle, and it's based on personal perceptions of what makes you feel happy. Not everyone likes challenges and growth and going after their dreams, and that's absolutely fine. I'm talking to you and who I saw in the mirror a few years ago that was not trying to live its full potential. Settling in a normal life and having a normal job. Being busy and exhausted going to work and using the weekends to recharge and release the stress. Feeling terrible on Monday mornings and can't wait for the next Friday evening to come and repeating this over and over again. Working overtime and dedicating a lot of time to the company but not having the financial freedom. Doing what I'm quite good at but not what I love. Not having the courage to chase my dream and reach out for what I love to do for a living. To get free from money, to live where I want to live, to eat what I want to eat, and spend the time with whom I want to. I was always thinking that's not for me and only for those who have the born-given talents which I don't have. So I persuaded myself that I'll just settle having a decent life. I was telling myself there are much more smarter people than me even in the company I'm working in, so what makes me so special that I can achieve something great? The fear of criticism from other people and the doubt within myself. But story back to you. Aren't you sick and tired of living the life with limits? Locked up in the world not because other people told you, but because you convinced yourself to stay where you are. But what happens in 5 years, 10 years, 20 years later? Will you still be satisfied in your life? Always fearing that your company might go bankrupt and you might lose your job, that you might not have enough money to pay your kids' school fees, and you might not get pension after you retire. Aren't you fed up trying to ignore that kind of future and living the life you're not fully satisfied with? I know this video is not for everyone, but if it somehow resonates with you, please find your passion. Find what you're good at. Find what the people around you might need that you can provide. Find out what you can turn your passion into a career. Start your side hustle. If you don't love what you do now, there's no match against the people who love and good at what they're doing. That's why you might not be doing excellent in the company you're working in. That's why you might not be getting the promotion you want. You can't compete with only talent. Only a handful of people could do so in this world. You need to combine it with passion, but you don't need to be good at it now. Everyone starts from zero. Try things out, encounter new things and cultivate the skills and see if you have the emotional connection with it. If you can't imagine you could become better, just dump it and move on to the next one. Keep searching. People might say you suck, but be okay with that. Just don't make it okay in the future. You can always improve your game if you believe in your ability to improve. Let me say that again. You can improve your game if you believe in your ability to improve. The brutal truth that you suck and the belief inside you that you will become awesome in the future must come hand in hand. You can do it. Let's keep on focusing on ourselves and on the things we love. If you want to know how to find your purpose, I highly recommend you to go click on the video below. It's a step-by-step question to find your passion and purpose in life. Thank you for watching all the way through. My name is Joey and this channel is all about self-development tips to change your mindset and change your life. So if this sounds good to you, please consider subscribing. Question of the day: what do you love to do that might be your future career? Please post your answers below because I would really love to hear. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.